We're following breaking news this Christmas Eve. A person was shot and killed in New Albany tonight. According to New Albany Police Chief Todd Bailey, it happened off Grant Line Road at the Creststone Apartments. Police found a man who was shot multiple times outside. He was taken to the hospital where he died. New Albany Police say they do not have suspects at this time, but their criminal investigations department is on the scene.
I'm a little bit early, but my connecting flight has been delayed until tomorrow morning. So
what time are you going to land?
I will be the Christmas miracle that my friends get to see tomorrow.
Today was one of the busiest days for travel as people rushed to get to their Christmas destinations, but it was off to a rocky start for some. American Airlines calling for a brief ground stop of their flights, the airline facing technical troubles. Out of Muhammad Ali International Airport, at least 6 flights were affected, but it's looking better tonight, so hopefully everyone will make it to where they need to be by morning. It's what we're keeping our eyes on tonight on the Night Team. I'm Gabriel Gonzalez. Here at Louisville's airport for LaCunta Farmer, this could not have come at a worse time as he travels to Los Angeles.
Backup plans is stay here and just have Christmas at the house, you know what I mean? So, because it's so far away, you know, but we wanted to make sure we did this Christmas with my wife's family in LA.
Right now, 41% of American Airlines flights are still delayed. And for some in the U.S., it will be a white Christmas. Winter weather moved into the Northeast and continues in the Pacific Northwest. New York City could see its first white Christmas in 15 years. ABC's Melissa Adan has the latest.
Winter weather moved in through Philly, Boston, and New York. Snow seen falling in Times Square this Christmas Eve, with many hoping for a white Christmas. But the weather also making roads slick. Near Quakertown, Pennsylvania, drivers taking it slow.
Having a bigger vehicle helps a little bit, but the smaller vehicles are definitely going to be slipping and sliding. 119
million holiday travelers hitting the road and skies to get to their destinations.
It's a little quiet. I wasn't expecting it to be this quiet. You know, it's Christmas Eve.
American Airlines grounding flights nationwide this morning, forcing some passengers to wait it out.
My connecting flight has been delayed until tomorrow morning. I will be the Christmas miracle that my friends get to see tomorrow.
The ground stop lasted just over an hour. American says it was due to a vendor technology issue that prevented pilots from getting necessary paperwork for departure.
We wanted to be back home with our family, but thank God it got reversed pretty quick. It was pretty quick.
For those hitting the road, AAA projecting 107 million drivers during the Christmas and New Year's holiday period, nearly 3 million more from last year.
Getting here, traffic was fine, parking was fine.
Out west, authorities warning people to stay out of the water after enormous waves tore apart the Santa Cruz Pier. Multiple people rescued, at least one person was killed. High surf warnings are in effect all the way down to Southern California. Melissa Adan, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Now for us here at home, we have a better chance of a wet Christmas, not a white one. Meteorologist Matt Rudkin, first of all, Merry Christmas to you, but also take us through the rest of the night.
Yeah. Merry Christmas to you and everybody watching. Thanks for staying up late with us. Hey, at least our downtown looks beautiful, if I may say. The red and greens. The bridge has even got a little green on it as well. So looking good out there across Metro Louisville and all across Kentucky and Indiana. A little bit of rain shower activity over by Terre Haute and Evansville, central southern Illinois, sneaking into some of our Indiana counties, basically west of 65 at this point near Jasper. Again, Evansville, Indiana, seeing some of that. Our Kentucky counties, for the most part, staying pretty dry for now. Again, another shot outside. Just looks really nice. Temperatures out there in the 40s to near 50s. So with that rain, certainly no issues with any ice out there. Great news for any travel late tonight or tomorrow morning for Christmas. If you're heading to Grandma's, looking just fine. No major issues. I wish we had a white Christmas. It's pretty rare locally. But again, with temperatures like this, we don't have to worry about ice, which is a big deal. For your day tomorrow, do expect temperatures to not really feel like Christmas. You know, our average high is about 44, 45, somewhere in that ballpark. We will be in the 50s tomorrow afternoon with on and off rain showers. Certainly looking pretty mild. We'll talk about even warmer air to end 2024. But if you're a winter lover, you're wondering where some of that cold and some of that snow's at, I think you'll like the long range forecast. I'll have that for you coming up in about 15 minutes.
You know what's outrageous? Starbucks outrageous.
It's being called the strike before Christmas. Louisville Starbucks baristas stepping out on the job this Christmas Eve in protest. And they're not alone, joining hundreds of other workers across the nation asking for better pay, health care, among others. Clarice Shaley and photojournalist Levi Hammer look at how these national issues are felt in our backyard.
No holiday cheer. At the corner of Highland and Baxter Avenue and Bardstown Road.
If we don't get it, shut it down.
Starbucks workers take to Louisville streets Christmas Eve.
Why should we keep running their stores so that they can make more money off our backs?
Closing their doors, not accepting orders. 5 Louisville Starbucks locations joining baristas nationally to protest what they're calling unfair labor practices.
In today's society, the way of living is getting higher, and people need a fair workplace. Like, if I'm working, why am I working for such little when I'm doing more work? Or not having staff and doing extra work.
Workers are asking for fair wages, better hours, and health care, with a focus on better supporting transgender health care.
I have to work extra hours to go work at another store just to make almost 40 hours to make sure that I have money to pay my bills or put groceries on the table.
It's a push.
We are the union. We are the union.
That's been boiling for a while.
Starbucks union. The Starbucks
I myself am also a bargaining delegate, so I've been going to sit across from the company for 9 months.
With frustration around what the union says is the company's failure to bring viable economic proposals to the bargaining table.
Starbucks needs to do a little bit more. Like, you have people under you, why not give them what they're worth?
As far as an agreement, it will not be a Christmas present for these employees. In Louisville, Clarice Shaley, WHAS 1119 on your side.
Starbucks said in a statement the proposed wage increases over the duration of a 3-year contract were not sustainable. Union Representative Tamara Bell says the best way to support them is by not buying from the company this holiday season. And this was a nationwide movement. Thousands of baristas walking off the job today, expanding their strike to more than 300 stores nationwide. This is baristas' 5th day of striking. Earlier this year, Starbucks workers united, and the coffee chain announced they would work on a framework to reach a collective bargaining agreement, but that has not yet come to fruition. The workers who began picketing Friday say they've felt short-staffed, have unpredictable schedules, unaffordable health care, broken coffee machines, and faced harassment on the job.
Starbucks has made very little progress at the table, and we are arguing that they are bargaining in bad faith as a result.
I've had to make those choices, like, do I pay for groceries or do I get my medication?
In a response, Starbucks spokesperson calls the union's proposals, which includes increasing wages by 64% and by 77% over a 3-year period, unsustainable. Well, unfortunately, when people gather together for the holidays, sickness can spread. So a reminder from Norton: before you hang out with friends and family tomorrow for Christmas, the best thing you can do is practice good hygiene. Norton Healthcare has seen a double of COVID cases and a quadruple jump in flu cases. It's often this time of year people gather indoors in closed spaces, so washing your hands often and wearing a mask if you feel symptoms coming on are two easy and effective deterrents. This year, Dr. Robert Link is noticing an increase in symptoms that are not typical respiratory problems.
You know, we typically think respiratory infections having purely respiratory symptoms, but that's just not the case. We know COVID-19 and influenza both can have symptoms like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. So I'd really implore people that if they're having any of those types of symptoms as well, probably worth getting checked out and probably also worth getting tested for these respiratory viruses.
Now, if you're hosting dinner and can have hand sanitizer available at the table, that would be good. And wiping down high-touch areas often, like doorknobs. With just under 2 years under the belt, number 15 on Whiskey Row is closing up shop. but a Nulu brewery is taking over. The owners of the venue wanted it to be like a social hall, 5 floors high with stages for music and a penthouse. But now there is a sign on the door showing the bar is closed. Goodwood Brewing tells us they are taking over the space, transforming it into a new bar space and a 3-bedroom Airbnb. The bar will be in the historic Weller Building downtown, built in the 1880s. Well, what is typically a day of celebration is a solemn remembrance for LMPD. Today marks the 6th year since Detective Deidre Mangado was killed in the line of duty. On Christmas Eve in 2018, the LMPD detective was conducting a traffic stop on I-64 when a driver slammed his truck into the back of her cruiser. Mangado was a detective and worked in the domestic violence unit, helping survivors.
She will always be remembered as an exceptional person who made others laugh and had a genuine love in her heart to help others. Her kindness, her smile, and fun personality was something that made her stand out to us all each and every day as we worked with her.
She left behind a young son. Eventually, the driver of the tractor trailer was charged with driving under the influence and murder of a law enforcement officer.